Okay, guys. I think we're missing the plot just a little bit. More than a little bit. A lot, actually. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but hockey is not 24/7. Actually, one of the most common words said on the ice is in fact the slur for gay people. So I think when we're looking at hockey, we need to be a little bit more, kind of aware of what really goes on. And I know a lot of us like to watch Heated Rivalry. It's a great show. But I also think that if you watched Heated Rivalry and you didn't come away with the fact that hockey, the NHL, is still very bigoted and still needs a lot of work and improvement done to it, then we didn't watch the same show. And you need to, get to a point to where your comprehension can look at those pieces of media and pick up on those themes. Because hockey is one of the most conservative sports in America, and we really saw that especially with what recently happened at the Olympics. If you don't know, the men's Olympic hockey team won gold, or the USA men's Olympic hockey team won gold at the Olympics, and when they were celebrating in their locker room with Kash Patel for some reason, I don't care how to say his name, I'm not gonna say it right. If it's wrong, I don't care about changing it. He, called Trump up while they're in the locker room, and they started, chatting up a storm, and Trump made fun of the women's hockey team. Said that if he invited the men's to the White House to celebrate, I'd have to invite the women, I guess. Right? So, you guess? And anyway, so there's been a lot of there's been a lot of discourse online about that recently, rightfully so, because we have a lot of Heated Rivalry fans that are coming into hockey, and they're getting really interested in hockey, and they're kind of not realizing that this is normal. Pause. But anyway, there's been a lot of discourse, and specifically Quinn Hughes, Jack Hughes, some of the other high-ranking, but specifically the Hughes brothers and their mother, who also coached the women's Olympic hockey team. She did, yeah. One of them, at least. Some hockey team. Hockey dynasty family. But anyway, I think it was Quinn. He was like, I don't understand why they have to make everything so political. Buddy, everything is political whether or not you like it or not. Everything is political whether you like it or not. There we go. So anyway, and then I think Jack, his younger brother, also spoke out on it, and then there's more discourse, and then their mother was like, oh, well, boys will be boys. If we're going to put down one of the best hockey teams in the world, if not the best hockey team in the world, because the women's is more decorated than the men's, because Big Daddy Trump said so, and then your mother is gonna defend you by saying boys will be boys, you're just not a good person. And earlier I mentioned that this kind of behavior is really commonplace in the NHL, and it is commonplace. It's a normal thing to happen, but I'm not saying that's okay. I think the one benefit about Heated Rivalry fans coming in is that we're finally building a fan base in hockey that is honestly more suited to being actual genuine people, because hockey is, again, still one of the most conservative sports in the world. In America, the NHL is very conservative, more so than football. And because of that, a lot of the fan base is too. And I don't know. I think we shouldn't like reorient our expectations of what is important for people to have, or we shouldn't reorient like behavioral expectations for people. But also, I think people who are just getting into hockey should be a lot more conscious about who they're choosing to support and for what reasons, because a lot of the hockey players out there are homophobic. So again, I would advise against financially supporting these people. And let's be honest, a lot of the heated rivalry content that you're looking for is not going to be found in an NHL league. The women's, however, is a different story. I think if you watched Heated Rivalry and really liked it, I think you should really get into the Professional Women's Hockey League. Because they are... I think there's like an actual... I want to say lesbian or queer couple in the Professional Women's Hockey League. I don't know if it's... Don't quote me on that. I know there is one. I don't really know the specifics. But I'm just saying that like if you liked Heated Rivalry and you want to get into hockey, one, I think honestly trying to find like intramural leagues or queer specific leagues in cities near you to go see hockey games, like they always need your support. That's always a good thing to support. I would say trying to do that, or watching like the Professional Women's Hockey League would be so much better choice than watching any NFL games. I like hockey, but I cannot consciously support them with the extreme way that like misogyny and homophobia and bigotry is just presented as normal in the league. And then when someone does something that is of those, it's just like, oh, well, it's personal opinion. You know, it's just personal beliefs, political beliefs, and we have to respect that. And I don't think respecting someone's hatred of someone else is ever going to be an okay thing. So, I think we're missing the plot on Heated Rivalry a little bit, because that show is about the fact that we need the NHL to change. Like, they are the bad guys for a reason. And it's definitely seen, the second Shane and Ilya book in the Game Changer series definitely has a lot, of that, like, emphasized. But if we recall, the reason that Shane and Ilya are so paranoid about getting together is because of the conditions that the league has them in. Most of their teammates use a slur for gay people on the regular as an insult. That's not exactly a very safe condition for anyone to be coming out in. So I personally just think, as our little recap, if you watched Heated Rivalry and only took away "yay, happy gay people" from the show, then you should rewatch it and really consider the like how bigotry affects people in the show and how like homophobia affects people. And then I also think if you do want to watch hockey, you should either try to find a local league that you can support, a queer league, which is, you know, more often than not local, or you should just watch the Professional Women's Hockey League, because right now the NHL is not it, and I don't think that they ever will be. So, it is night outside. I love everyone, and have an amazing night.